You need a hat, bro.
I got one of those dope hats, like a big ass brim.
All right, that's
or a red trench coat. Now we know what Jam Jam's drawing tonight. It's gonna be a Carmen San Diego session.
It's true.
Oh, great, he's back. Oh, it's not him. Never mind, it's the stream. I thought it was fucking Defiant.
I typed Defiant into my into my browser. Don't. What do I need? Okay.
Let me just think for Defiant. Dude, it just comes up with a stack of baloney.
Oof. Is this kid?
That's him, dude. Yeah, that's him.
Or this girl with a friggin' Power Ranger sword.
Dude, look how salty he is. Yeah. As he's sending us to the fucking Silence of the Lambs. He's like, I don't like your comment.
Let's be fair, guys. Okay, boom. Oh, I can just go to YouTube. What's up? How y'all doing today? How y'all doing? Y'all vibing? Making fun Defiant?
Doing good. Chilling before I go to work.
Nice.
I got like 30 minutes to hang out or so.
Hell yeah.
I gotta hop in and check out.
This is all frenemy right now. I mean frenemy. This is all Jam Jam's time period. So let's let figure out how he wants to kind of run the show.
Basically, if y'all want to share your screens, I mean, it's a normal art stream. Share your screens, make some art. I'm just gonna be talking you through an art process here.
Cool. I'm gonna get to that website.
Okay. Here, let me put it
what's
in the
the
chat.
website?
How you doing?
I'm gonna be eating my dinner watching, but I'm here.
Okay, chill. Where's that chat at? Come here, chat. Oh. Come up there. So I'm gonna put it in the that's not it.
Who's that good-looking man with the dreadlocks?
It's me.
What up, Jam?
What up, Mr. Brian? Thanks for pulling up.
Hell yeah.
Class. What time is it there?
It's like 9 a.m.
Okay. Chill.
9 a.m. 8 a.m. here in Malaysia.
Sheesh. Morning time. Do people drink coffee in Malaysia like that?
Yeah. I think it's coffee's a staple. We have a coffee shop inside the tattoo shop I work at, actually.
Nice.
Good coffee.
Alright, what time is it? No clue. 8:07. We'll give it a few more minutes. I'll draw some stuff up. So yeah, we're at pixelart.com. I put it in the chat. I put it in the...
I'm sharing my screen.
Yeah. Yep, should be a good time. What's up, Mom Bot? Should be a good time. We got some trivia questions, some spooky trivia questions. We got, oh, sweet emojis. We got some art cracking off. We got some NFT giveaways. So you can win some awesome stuff from myself, from our lovely host, Defiant, who donated some NFTs for us. So thank you to him. Thank you, Mumbot, for those emojis. Yep. So go ahead and stream your art if you want to. We're at pixelart.com. Here's what I made last time. Skip all that.
It's pretty dope. I'm gonna retweet and stuff like that.
But thank you.
Let people know.
So yeah,
cool, man.
This is a free site. Thank you.
What size file you usually? What size canvas you use?
This one is 256 by 144. I'm usually somewhere around 150 by 70 or something like that. I've been into like banners and like cards lately, that kind of theme, that theme size. So that's how I roll. Oh, let me do this. I know what I can do. All right, a few more minutes here. Let everybody get all jazzed up. Can y'all see my screen?
Yeah, man, you're good.
It's on my Twitter.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
you're good, dude.
Thank you for doing this, by the way. I'm super interested in learning how to do this.
Hey, it's an honor and a privilege to be with some of the best artists in the world, sharing my talents. So, shout out to y'all.
Thanks. I try my hardest.
Not you.
Sometimes the bunch, falter a little bit. But, I can't blame them too much.
I mean, you gotta be humble out here. So, what time is it? Okay, it's time. So, welcome to class, my friends, my fellow art students, and everybody else in the Ghostclub. Shout out to y'all. I don't know if you can hear the music or not. I'm turning it down right now. But, yo, I'm Jam. Full name Jamali. Based out of Atlanta. Been rocking art since I could pick up a pencil, and I fell in love with pixel art last year, about this time, matter of fact. So it's almost my anniversary, but that's later next year, so I'm not going to worry about that. But if you guys look and see Lil Dran's PFP, that's a Ghetto Granny Club NFT. So that was the first group that I got into NFTs with, and it also inspired me and made me realize that, hey, I can make pixel art, and especially since CryptoPunks and like all these other friggin' projects were like blowing up off of dope pixel art, and some not so dope, but kind of iconic in that way. So pixel art's been around way before NFTs. It's been around since like the 70s, 80s. Some of y'all may be old enough to remember that. Some of you might not too. Doesn't matter. But just know that it's been around for a while. It has made crazy evolutions, and it's still used, 1 to several pixels is still used in high definition art. It's used for scaling. It's used for so much stuff. It started out in like video games and computer graphics back then. What's up, Vincent? Back then, it was in the 70s and 80s. It was a very modest art style, if you will, because the computer technology of that time could only handle so much, right? So much processing power. Then, as time went on, as games developed, as more money came into the computing space, you got more and more advanced computers, got more and more advanced home gaming systems, arcade gaming systems. As y'all know, the video game industry is huge now, but it started with games like Mario and Asteroid and Duck Hunt and all these games I'm sure a lot of y'all grew up with and played a lot of as a child. So it's kind of taken the art form has taken a backseat to like a AAA style, but there's still like a kind of cult following within that. So pixel art, it's great. It's very simple. Sometimes it can be really complex, and most of the time it's going to be on a small scale, right? But thankfully for the technology we have now, I can blow it up to be the size of a billboard, without getting grainy, right? So with that being said, again, I came into pixel art like last year, and I've been doing illustrations and not so much in animations. I was working my way into animations, but mainly illustrations. And so I'm just going to walk y'all through a little bit of my my Twitter page. Most of y'all follow me. If not, go ahead and follow me at JamstarX on Twitter. And shout out to all my Twitch watchers. I should probably have that window up. Boom. I knew I should have the window up. It's art. COM. Coiling Oracle. That's a sweet name. Okay, so what I was saying is my Twitter page. You can go there. You can click around. You can see the animations that I've made. I've been pretty much making strictly pixel art for the better part of the year. I started off just doing daily challenges and then just figuring out how to get my style from illustration into pixel art. So here is the image that we're gonna work on today. It's called Spooky Carpool. It's got some Halloween themed characters going on in it. They're riding to wherever, maybe NFT con, maybe they're just going trick or treating, maybe they're going to the bar, whatever. Your picture, your story, you devise whatever your characters are doing. But here, a simple animation, a nice little moon animation going back here. Got some clouds rolling in the background, some shifty eyes on the ghost, and a little bit of flashing lights on our truck here. Today, we're going to be focusing on just like building things out of shapes. That's what we've been doing the past few classes. You can see all my classes on my YouTube. That's youtube.com/sir0nice, SIR0NISE. That's me. And so let's scroll a little bit more here. Oh, here's another piece I did today. If it plays. Whatever, bro. You'll hear me say that a lot here because technology acts weird. Okay, there we go. Another daily challenge. Just here I'm working more on figure drawings, simple animations. Again, this is that kind of card, rectangular style. Keeping it spooky. Here's a goblin twerking, shaking it up. Because someone's probably going to be dressed like that at a Halloween party. I just foreshadowed it. I share a lot of fun stuff. I share a lot of cool pixel art.
I don't see anything on the Twitch. Is it? It's already live?
Snap. Oh, good call. Good call.
I'm on your Twitch channel now.
Bam. There we go. And it's too close to my face. See, that's why you're here, Defiant. To help me out. Okay. What was I saying? Yeah, I share a lot of dope pixel art, a lot of art-related things. Here's another piece I did. Brief animations, a lot of looping animations. Everyone asks me, Jamali, when is the game coming out? And I'm like, well, I'll figure it out, you know. But right now, I'm building up my skills. I need a developer. So again, making lots of cool art. This was a final piece that I made for Mumbots, a Ghostest challenge. That was super fun. That really got me deep into animating and understanding like color palettes and stuff. So give me a follow. I do lots of cool art stuff, as well as the rest of you do, for sure. So let me move this out the way. Oh, what's up, Reb? Emojis going ham. Okay, so now all of our activities for the day are gonna be in our live art stream, right? So turn on this music. So what's gonna happen is we're gonna go through class, we're gonna have some fun, we're gonna learn some stuff, we're gonna create a composition. But in between that, we're gonna have some like breaks where, you know, I won't have anything to say to you. And we'll do trivia questions that are based on just kind of general world knowledge, things that I like, things that may be crypto related, things that may not be crypto related. This time, going with the spooky theme, it's continued to be Halloween themed stuff. So cinema, entertainment, spurts, whatever, you know, just fun stuff. So with that, there's 6 questions, so you got to answer, you got to get 3 out of 6, and then I personally will send you one of my own NFTs. You don't get to choose, I get to choose that. So it could be the spooky boys that we're drawing, or it could be something else and something random. Also, at the end of class, like by the weekend, we'll have like a contest. So take your image here, make it awesome, and then the best image, from my subjective opinion, or the most creative, whatever, or whoever submits their image, their artwork at the end, they can win this awesome NFT that our boy Defiant has for us. Yo, let me take a screenshot for all of my people. Okay, so everybody who just joined in, I'm Jam Jam. I do pixel art. Today we're making an awesome composition of, oh, here, come on with it, this awesome spooky carpool. Okay, so let's get to it. let us get to it. So before we get to anything, and it seems like people are still rolling in, let's open up with one trivia question. Get you guys' mind flowing. You might think, oh, Jamali totally has a plan here, and I do. Okay, so first question is, what is my favorite dessert or sweet snack? And just check out the I'm gonna put it here in the chat so you can see once it loads. Okay, boom. So it's a multiple choice question. This one there are multiple answers that are correct. So there's also even a lovely image here. So what is my favorite sweet snack? Is it chocolate? Is it cheesecake? Is it Reese's? Oh, and here's a fun little image for you.
Cotton candy grapes?
Oh my goodness. Defiant. I'm glad you asked. Cotton candy grapes are just delicious. They taste like cotton candy except for grapes. And it makes you wonder which came first, the cotton candy or the grape. Probably grapes. So once you put in your answer, go ahead and hit up pixelart.com. Let me switch back over to this tab. Pixi art. Yeah, get on out of there. All right. Cotton candy grapes are fire. I'm just going to say that right now. All right, so let me get my scorecard going here. We got Mr. Ghost, Vincent Ghost, and then Dran, and then Mumbot, and then Defiant, and then, oh wait, I only pick one answer right now. So F is Jungle, and then Frenemy. And Frenemy's got to bounce soon, so we'll get rolling. And then, anybody else? Okay, that's it. So 10 more seconds, and if you haven't gotten in your answer, pop that thing in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, awesome. So the answer, my friends, is I like chocolate. I like handfuls of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I like Oreos, and I like cotton candy grapes. You can miss me with the cheesecake and Reese's. So when my birthday comes up here in in a few weeks, that's what you send me. So whoever didn't answer B, okay, everybody got a point. Nice. You guys are on the board. Let's go. See, you guys know me more than I realized. So 1 point for you, 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 1 point for you. Bet. It's up. So let's go. So we're here at pixelart.com. Pixil art.com. I love handfuls of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I will just and then just like sprinkle the dust off my fingers into my mouth. Maybe TMI, maybe not. So what we're gonna do is go to pixelart.com right now. I already have a profile. You do not need a profile in order to use this website and to create pixel art online. It's absolutely free. Sometimes there may be ads, but you ain't got to worry about that right now. I'll click away from them if they pop up. Hold up, let me see if my Twitch streamers. Boom. Yo, what up? Oh, that's Ghostclub. Okay. Giant bag of cheesecake Reese's. Maybe next time. Let's go to up here to start drawing. That's always going to be the purple button. So you click that. It's going to load in. Boom. And so right now, I was working on something before, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to new drawing. And for this one, I usually like to work small, but today we're going to work a little bit bigger just so we can get in some of those details. And when it does that, it says, come on, bro. Alright, see, this is why we have backups, yo. Because it's being weird on me. It's all good, you know what I'm saying? I was just gonna use Firefox, yeah. I mean, if you like Oreos out there, say what? I usually eat them like a sleeve at a time. So, no shame there. All right, let's go. Pixelart.com. So sometimes pixelart.com likes to act weird on my Chrome browser, so I go to my Firefox. All right, and here I'll share my screen once it loads. Yeah. Or I can just click clear. Does that work? Oh, that works too. Bam. Yeah, perfect. So, this canvas, I want you to go for, how about 144 height by 256 on the width. And then we can always change it down and like shrink it back. But right now we just want a big enough canvas so that we have space to work. Okay, so once you got that, go ahead and click create drawing, or for me, go to resize drawing, and then yes. So this is our canvas, this is our workspace. Get my Twitch stream up. Oh. Whatever, bro. Oh, snap. Okay, cool. Alright, so pixelart.com works a lot like Illustrator, a lot of the Adobe Suite programs, any pretty much drawing program that's modern day, it works like that. So it's got keyboard shortcuts, it's got a file menu, it's got layers, it's got background and foreground colors. You can use your right click for stuff, you can use your left click for stuff. It's got sliders, it's got all the things you need for some awesome art. First thing first is what we're going to do is we're going to get our background rolling. Now, let's just first start off, since we have so much space, I'm going to go to my square tool, which is the third one down here on the tool side. So it's on the left side. I'm going to go to my square tool, and then I can click in fill. Let's do that. I'm going to click in fill, and over here on the left side, there's two color squares, primary, secondary. Right now, we just want it on black, nothing special. So I'm just going to make a nice big old square right in the middle. Okay. Maybe you can make it even bigger than that. Yeah. Something like that. So I want about a good 10 pickles. I want some pickles at the top, some pickles at the bottom. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this color, right? So for me, I want a nice dark purple just because I want it to feel like Halloween. So I just go over to the left side. There's a color palette, right? Color palette. Fantastic. Y'all know what that does. Picks different colors out that are pre-arranged. You can do it from over there, or go on the left side and click the color square, and it will open up this slider and maneuverable color selector thing. So just pick a nice dark color purple and you're good. So we're gonna hop right into it. Let's make our background. Let's make a fat background, like for real. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to my brush tool, and that's at the, and again, there's shortcuts for all the stuff. If you just hover over the tool, it'll tell you what the shortcut is. You can also change the shortcuts if you want in the settings. But I'm gonna go to my brush tool, and then there's a little icon up here right below colors. There's a little squiggly thing. If I click that, it's gonna open up and allow me to access different brushes. You can pick whichever one you want. I think this scratchy one is looking good for me right now. Before I start to get going on that, I'm just going to go over here to the right side, and where it says simple above these colors, right over here, I'm going to click that, and then I'm going to go to vintage. Yeah, that looks great. That's a good tone set. So now I'm going to choose, how about one of these dark grays? Like a nice dark gray. You can choose this bluish gray too. That works fine. All we're going to do, we're just going to create some swoops in the sky. This is our theoretical sky, right? Whenever we're drawing stuff, whenever we're making stuff, we're not making the actual things, unless you are, but we're making representations of it. So know that, feel that. Maybe this works for you. Maybe you like this one color. Maybe it doesn't. You can always change the brush size up here with these sliders. Oh, you can even pick a pattern. You can use you can change the brush size. You can change how spaced out it is. Oh, that's really dark. You can't see that. So you can change how often it puts down the thing. And you know what? I actually might do that. So let me go back. Because on my ride home, I saw some really cool clouds that look like that. So yeah, just use this time to fill in the top half of... fill in the top half of your square. And so I had to start over because it doesn't give me that many undos. But it's alright. I know what I'm doing. And it'll give y'all a chance to catch up. So again, really fat square. Take that brush tool with a nice like gray. Play with the settings if you like. Boom. And then clouds are usually, sometimes they're straight on, but more often than not, they're at a diagonal. So just give it a nice diagonal vibe. Put some space in there. Again, you can go with really big strokes. Kind of dot those around. And mix it up. Give it some variation. Okay? Perfect. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go to a nice... where's my phone? There it is. We're going to go to a nice brown. Boom. Take another scrizine shot. Let's friggin' go. Hey, I really appreciate everybody coming out tonight. I know y'all be doing stuff and everybody's got a busy life, but it really means a lot that y'all share this moment with me. Now, we got our sky. This looks solid. If ever you're in confusion about, hey man, I don't even know if this looks good, Jamali, like you can always look over here in the top right corner. There's a preview button, or not a preview button, a preview window that'll show you the zoomed out version of your image. So it's great for when you're doing tiny detail work and you're like, I don't know how this looks and I don't have time to zoom out. I just want to keep working. Perfect. No problem, because you can just look at it in the preview window. So what I'm doing now is I'm going back in with that dark purple color. You can use the color selector tool over here that looks like a turkey baster on the left side, or you can just go back over and pick the color, or you can swap it between that and your primary color. There's many ways to do this, but what I'm doing is I'm just kind of creating more negative space here with that brush, kind of breaking up some of these grays. Now, normally I like to use references, but this early in the game, we're just making some cool clouds. So I don't need to go too hard on that. But let me tell you this, references are key to having some really solid drawings. Otherwise, it'll look wonky. And you're going to have a bad time if it looks wonky. So that looks fine. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to a nice dark brown. Brown. Then I'm going to go back to my brush tool. And this time, I want y'all to choose the one that's like a cross here on the second row, the first one down. Choose that one, because this one's nice and solid. So I'm going to turn up the brush size to like 15. Oh, it's not solid. Whatever. I thought it was. It should be. So now what I'm doing is I'm just creating a nice undulating line. Undulating meaning it's waving, meaning it's going up and down. Okay? And this is just going to be a nice little it's going to be a nice little mountain range area. So then, once you got that nice and quick, take a big old brush and do that. I'm going to go to my my line tool, which is right next to my brush tool. And then I'm going to change the pixel size to 4, right? So our line tool, you guessed it, it makes lines. Simple and easy. So what I'm going to do is, since this is fuzzy, I'm just going to use my line tool just to go over this outer edge here, just drawing some clicks. Clicking it on up. Clicking it on down, right? And so basically what I'm doing here is I'm creating a nice, just solid... Oh, snap. What happened there? And so, obviously, it's a line tool, so you can drag it out and let it go as far as the eye can see. You can also, nah, you can't hold shift with it. Is it control? Alt? Whatever, you can't lock it in right now. It might be available in the tool. Oh, there it is. So you got to go to the tool option, and then there it is. There it locks it out. Okay? So there's tools over here. There's different tabs. They do different stuff. Don't really worry about that right now. Just make a nice solid edge to your mountain range. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to, actually, you know what? Let's just fill in that whole bottom area with this brown. And if yours is anything like mine's, it will make this nice little fuzzy line. That's perfect. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna choose a lighter brownish purple color. There's a lot of colors, but choose one that's close to the color you just had as your background. And then from here, I'm gonna go back to my brush tool, and that's not enough contrast. I need to be able to see through this. That works, but I need it more orangey and dirty. Bam, there it is. So here, with this tool, that's too big. We're gonna turn it down, turn the brush size down to like 6, 7, something like that. 6 looks good. And then I'm just gonna kind of make some dirty marks. Not dirty remarks, but dirty marks in the ground. So just kind of think about dirt. It's not perfect. It's got different patterns in it. It's just dirty. You could add some other darker browns in there too. And so I'm just clicking kind of random spots, dragging my mouse. And if you see this, you can see that I am not thinking too hard about this. It may look like it in my face, but I'm not. I really just want to get it done, because there's cooler things to draw, right? And maybe some of y'all like doing this. Maybe, and that's okay. Everybody that has their different things that they like in art. Some people like making trippy stuff. Some people like making just line art stuff, right? Some people want their patterns to be varied. Some people want their patterns to be homogeneous. It's so different, but it doesn't matter right now. Do what makes you feel good with that brown. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this kind of purpley brown color. It doesn't have the 5F253E. I'm going to use that to just go over some of that brightness down here, and then just kind of really mellow out my dirt. If you want to get real fancy, and you know what, I usually do, so I'll show you how to get fancy it up once I get these darker purples in here. Oh, and I got a burrito on the way. Let's go. I won't eat it in front of you guys' face though. That's rude. So I'm just kind of filling in some of these spaces, covering up. I want some of that background brown to show, but otherwise I want it to be a nice, let me turn the spacing down. There we go. So if you turn the spacing down, it's not as splotchy. There we are. So there's that. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to go to a slightly darker brown. So find the darkest brown you can that's on your palette. Bam, there it is. And then we're just going to increase our dirtiness just that much more. So now here you can kind of play around and go to the brushes again. So back in the top left, that little brush icon with a squiggle in it, click that bad boy, open up, and then find a new brush for yourself. The reason I have all this extra space on the side is so I can play around and click stuff and see if it works for me. I like this pattern. It works for me. So you can also turn down the opacity. Let's do that. Let's turn it to like 0.7. I like the brush size on that. I'm going to keep the spacing. So then here, I'm just going to kind of go around the edge of this. Okay. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to finish this off into our mountain. So I'm going to go to the first time for this time. All right, then, Mr. Brian, good to have you. Enjoy your day. Oh, Scoopta, what it do, though? The clouds were dope this evening. See? He lives in the A. He knows. So I'm going to go to my pencil tool here. And then everything should be good. I'm going to make the pixel size like 2. And then I'm just going to create some squiggles here. Boop. Right from the tops of these peaks in the roundness, I'm going to make some squiggles. And maybe this one has 2 on the side, and then it swoops back up. Bam. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just close this off. Actually, I'm going to make a line. A nice hard line. Bam. Right there. So now we've created this whole scene with my ground area could probably use a little more work and a little more blending. Hopefully y'all's looks better. I'm teaching, so I got to get the point across. But let me just go back in here with this. Bam. Get this bottom area, because otherwise it just don't look right. And kind of connect them too, just loosely. Maybe not the hardest. All right, boom, boom, dirt, squish, mud. Okay. So then from there, what I'm gonna do is, now that I got these separators in between my like mountains and hills, I'm gonna go to my bucket tool. I'm gonna click over here and then just fill in one side of this. So I'm gonna have to come in there with a line or something like that. But you want to be able to fill in this stuff relatively quickly. All right, so as we do that, you can see the depth in our background starts to be more defined. That's what we want right now. So I'm gonna just take my brown and then cover up these extra little areas so there's no like fluff and there's just a good separation of things, okay? And then you can kind of wiggle this out, figure out how it works for you, what looks best for you. Maybe you just have one big old mountain in the back. Maybe you don't have any in the back. But this contrast in colors is going to really help out. And right now, I don't even know that I like this red color, but I'm going to stick with it. So this is one layer. We can move on to other layers now. The way to clean this up is take our select tool. So it's on the inside of our toolbar here. It's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th one down. And then it should already be on rectangle mode. Yep. So you just drag it from the outside right to the edge of your square here. You can mash delete. Mine's the DEL delete. And then that'll just clean up those edges just like that. Bam. 2, 3, and then the bottom one. I'm gonna bring it up one because I'm not really feeling that other stuff at the bottom. Bam, there we go. Now mine has a few discrepancies and stuff. I might bring this this brown right kind of down here at the right at the horizon. We just kind of loosen it up some. I don't need to really do too much with it though. So that should be good. Bam. So delete that. All right, so I'm going to let y'all finish that up. Next, we got another trivia question coming in hot. Hot like morning breath. All right, this question. It's not as personal. It's a question about the blockchain. Everybody's favorite chain. Not just one, it's the blockchain. I think it's everyone's favorite. Okay, now if it lets me go back to the page. There we go. I just got to click it. All right, so peep the... Bruh, what did I do? Oh. There we go. So yeah, keep working that. Clean up those edges. Like I could probably clean up this mountain range here. Just work it and make it look good. All right, so next question. Trivia question. Everybody's got a point on the board right now. Which zombie-themed NFT collection calls its community the Horde, quote unquote? Is it the Mutant Ape Yacht Club? Is it Zombie Club Token? Is it what's the other one? Oh, Kaiju Kings? Or is it Deadfellas? Yeah, I got a few minutes here to figure your life out. I got a little picture for you in case you need a reference. It's in the chat. All right, so you can click that. See, is it Chatbot Zombie World? Hey, what's the alpha, friend of me? Get us some whitelist. For real. Okay. So let me see. You got another like a minute or so. Everybody, go ahead and drop your answer into the live art stream chat. It's on the upper right side. If you're on your phone, I feel like it's on the upper right side too. If you're in VR somehow, it's probably on the upper right side. So, so there's that. All right. So another 20 seconds here. Let me figure out my tools. Anybody got any questions right now? Y'all good? Questions about tools, about placement. Firefox for life. Chrome knows what it did. Okay, it's okay, Oracle. Yeet. Chrome knows. Uh-huh. Alright. Everybody got the answer in? Oh, wait. Okay, we got another 20 seconds here. I'm going to go in and get this thing. What's this? Turkey baster is V. A very useful tool. But something to note when you're changing, when you're picking a color. Who is this? Oh shit, I gotta text that back. When you're picking a color from the turkey baster tool, it doesn't automatically switch back to the pencil tool. So you gotta switch back mountains, like you're hiking or something. I think that's what they use. So I'm just gonna smooth some of this out. And again, use your preview window. Oh, homie got a free hat at VCon? I'm gonna see. Alright, so 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, the answer is Dead Fellas. Dead Fellas is a really cool collection. They got zombies, they got dreadlocks, they got what else do they got? They do all types of stuff. They just had an art contest. Pretty much a really dope collection. Woman ran, and here's a picture of Betty in the chat. All right, let me see who got that right. So, Mumbai, you got a point. Frenemy got a point. Mr. Ghost got a point. Defiant, you got one too. Jungle also got a point. You guys really want these NFTs? Let's go! Also, Lil Dren, you got a point. All right, so everybody's tied up. Don't think I won't send y'all all NFTs if you get them all right. Okay, so that's why we make additions. Let's go. All right. This music is lit right now. I don't know if y'all can hear it. You are racking up the points, Mumbop. So shout out to Betty. Shout out to Dead Fellas. You can see they have a pixel version of their assets that... It is Super NES music. They have a pixel version of their assets that is used in World Wide Web. I feel like Mumbop did something with them. I'm not sure. But either way, super cool, super rad. Let's get back to it. Now we have this awesome background. Let's move into our main thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to first off create a new layer. So over here on the right side, also congrats everybody on getting that right. On the right side here, you're going to go right below your preview layer or preview screen. There's a thing that says background. It actually says layers. Then it says background. And then it's got a slider. Right beneath that slider on the left side is a circle with a plus button. That's going to add you a layer. If you ever use Photoshop or anything like that, you know what a layer do. It's another space to draw more cool stuff. So that's what we're going to do. Create some radness. Go to your square tool here. Now, we want to use a bright color. It doesn't matter which color you use at this point. A nice red will go great. A good turquoise. Maybe a green. Something bright that's going to stand out. Let me try this green. And I want my pixel size to be 1. Okay. So square tool, left side. Pixel size 1. Nice bright color. You can check how bright it is, just like that. You want to make sure that the fill is off right now because we're just doing outlines. Okay. Let's push it. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw one big old square. Make sure you're on layer 1 here, not on the background layer. You can even lock this background layer by clicking this little lock icon. That'll keep anything else from being added to it. Just in case it happens, trust me, you want to be on a new layer. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a nice rectangle right about here. And then I'm going to move it just a little bit down. Okay. So it should be about 1, 2, 3, about a third of your canvas size. And so somewhere right here in the middle. Cool. Now I got that. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw another rectangle right on the front of that. And so I want these lines to line up just like that. Okay. Then I'm going to draw one more rectangle inside of that one. Again, lining my lines up. That makes sense. So it creates a third rectangle, right? So we got 1, 2, 3 rectangles. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to draw, let's go to our line tool. So first what we're going to do is we're going to create a nice line just off the top of this rectangle here towards the left side of the screen. So it's going this way. This is our line. Then I'm going to create a diagonal that goes down to the top of this. Okay. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create another diagonal, same one. What I can do is, just to make sure it's the same shape, is I can go to my select tool. I can select that diagonal here. There's little icons that pop up. You can click those or use your keyboard shortcuts. I'm going to click the icon, Control C, so it copied it, and I'm going to hit Control or Apple V, whatever system you're on. Then it's going to paste it right there in its own little shadow box thing. So from there, you can just drag it to the other end of the rectangle. You can have it be right up there, or you can give it a little bit of space, depending how big you like it. So what we just did is we made the shield, the windshield, and we made the other thing, the hood of our car. Right, so right now we're making our little SUV. Then we're gonna have our people, our spooky friends, pop out of the top of it. But we got to get these forms down first. Next, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draw. I'm gonna go with my square tool again. I'm gonna split this main. Okay, so this front end square here, I'm gonna split that right down the thing. What's up, CJ? You got a question?
Oh no, my bad. Sorry.
Okay, it's all good, man. Thanks for coming. So yeah, I'm gonna split that, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna draw a line just all the way across this whole form. Okay. Next, what I'm gonna do is let's put it in our windows next. So I'm gonna start at the top of my box here. So this is the side of our car, right? So this big side, that's the side of our car. I'm not going to start right at the top of this box. I'm going to go down a little bit and in a little bit from this angle because we're imagining the frame and the beams there. So I'm just going to draw a nice square. It doesn't have to be too big because nobody's going to be in the car, really. I'm going to draw one square there, go over a little bit, draw another square, buddy, right next to it. It can be longer. You can have a limo. It can reach to the back. It can be a van. However you want your vehicle to do. You know what? I'm going to have mine be long. So it'll be like a nice cargo van of ghoulies. And this one's a little bit shorter than this one is. So I'm just going to bring that up some. I'm going to have to remember to come back with that. You know what? No, I'm not. I'm going to make a new one. You want to do it right the first time. And then if not, you come back and do it again. Okay, so now we got that. We're pretty much almost set. So next thing we're going to do, because our diagonal is still in our clipboard, I'm going to hit Control V one more time. Put that diagonal in there, and I'm going to give it a space a few pixels away. So that's like 1, 2 pixels away from the leftmost diagonal. Boom. Do that. And then I'm going to do that one more time. And I'm going to bring it a few pixels away from the rightmost diagonal. Boom. Just like that. Then I'm going to take my line tool, and I'm going to close off the top of this right about where my windows start. All right, so it can be right there. It can be a little lower. But either way, I'm taking it from one inside diagonal to the next. Okay? Onaji, what's happening? Welcome. Welcome. Okay, so we got that. We'll clean this up here in a second. Last thing we want to do, that's kind of our main thing, is going to be... Oh, wait, we need the front end of this windshield. So we need a line right above the hood here. Boom. Just like that. Okay, so now we're going to move on to our circles. So things like our headlights and our wheels. So I'm going to go over to my circle tool. I just want to make sure all of the settings are the same. I don't have to worry about ratio or center, pixel size. Keep it at 1. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is, when you're drawing, Mr. Brian, welcome. When you're drawing pixels and shapes in pixels, especially circles, they operate like squares, right? So if you draw from one side to the other, it's the same as doing one square from one side to the other. So think about applying them like that. That'll help you in your application, okay? So I'm just going to go somewhere, maybe this top right corner, and make a nice circle there. It's kind of big, but I like it. Right on the inside of this small square. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Just make sure it's the same height. It doesn't have to be a square as well. I kind of like this. This looks like a bus right now. Cool. From here, you can add more details like a grail, like a grate up here. So just put up another square in there. Drag it down to this line so you only have this top area. And then you can just put a line in there right in the middle. Bam. That's a grill. Right, so it's about the simplicity. It's about just getting the idea across. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna let that live. It's gonna be fine. So next what we're gonna do is we're gonna add some wheels in here. Now wheels can get tricky, but we're not gonna make them tricky. First thing I'm gonna do is we're gonna use our copy and paste skills because we got them in spades. We're gonna draw a nice wheel right here. Boom. You can have it be as big as you like. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna not do that. I'm gonna draw it over here off to the side. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select that bad boy. I'm gonna copy it. Then I'm gonna paste it onto where I want it to go. Because right now, because it would be weird to just select things that are on the same layer that are the same color. So it's gonna behoove you to just kind of use this extra space to make things and then scoot them around as necessary. So I got one wheel right here looking good. And then I'm gonna copy paste another one right here on the back. Solid. And so you want them to line up. I'm not too concerned about perspective right now. And so if I draw a line first, I can know where they go. For me, I kind of know where stuff goes, but having guides is always recommended for me. It's gonna really help you out. Oh, and then I pasted another one. Did I want to do that? Not really. So what I'll do is, what I do want though, is I want this bottom half of that tire. So I'm gonna take my select tool and I'm gonna select this bottom half. Oh wait, I need this line to go away. Undo. Okay, there we go. Later, Gator. All right, so I selected this bottom half. I'm gonna copy that bad boy. I'm gonna paste that bad boy. Then I'm gonna scoot it over just to like right below my windshield. Okay. That looks good. Then I'm gonna do that one more time, except this one's kind of going in between this front right and this back right tire. So we'll erase what we don't need here in a moment, but right now we're just laying it out. And that's not even level. So if you don't want them level, that's fine. But if you want it to look like it's all on the same ground, also fine. If you want it to look like it's doing some like Subaru like rock crawling situation, also a great option. Bam. So we got that. Look at us. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add a few more lines. Then we're going to clean this bad boy up. All right. So next we need doors. So what I'm going to do is... Oh, whoa. Let me slow down. First, let's clean these wheels up so they make a little more sense. I'm going to go to my eraser tool. And then I'm just going to clear out all this stuff on the inside of my circles that are my wheels. Oh, this is vibey. Bam, there's that. And then right here where it intersects with this kind of railing, that out the way. All right, so we got that. We cleaned it up a little bit. Next, what we're gonna do is we're gonna add some doors. So all you gotta do here is we're gonna make it simple. So I'm just gonna go from this first window. I'm gonna go down a little bit, diagonal towards my door a little bit, that much, and then back down. Because this is a van, we'll just imagine that it also has a door here too. So this one's gonna go down a little bit, but over one. Hey, thanks, friend of me. Have a good day at work, bro. Enjoy some coffee. Make some great tattoos. Okay, we got our door. Peace, bro. With the Pikachu. Put that Pikachu emoji. Alright. So now, what we're going to do is, we got this door. We got our back door. All we got to do is get this front door in. So we're going to use that same kind of shape that we used for the middle side door. Boom, just down and over a little bit. Last part for our doors is we're going to go from this like point here at the hood. I'll make a nice color thing. Ooh, I might not be able to see that. This area, we're gonna go right here. I'll just use this color. We're gonna go from right here to this door. Bam. That actually looks kind of funky, and I don't want to do that. Yep, don't want to do that. So next, let's clean this bad boy up. We're gonna go hit E, or just go to your eraser tool up here, the good old pencil eraser. It kind of makes sense that there's a pencil tool and a pencil eraser tool. Didn't really think of that. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to clean this up so that I only have this nice square here in the front. And then I'm going to take off this back edge here. I really like having the bars, the kind of SUV bars that I had before, so I'm going to add that in. The way to do that is just make a diagonal, make another diagonal, copy that same, oh snap, copy that same vibe right there. Bam, bam. Bring it up, bring it over, bring it right on down. And then I'm gonna have to make this a window too. So I did something, the doors look funky, but it's all right. We're gonna just throw a short line in there to represent the fact that there is a door handle. So I'm gonna go back to my eraser tool, clear out some of this jazz, and then bam, look at me. We are off-roading right now. Quaint. Okay. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to add some lines in here for our wheels. So here, you want the same shape, but it's going to start off like at the center line, right? So rather than being right here, actually, I really like that. It would be more over here. All right, so either one works, but you don't want it to be dead center. That's just not going to work. Because of the way we're looking at it, and because of the fact that we can see the front and back tires, you got to kind of have an offset circle. So something like that. Bam. If you don't want to keep doing it over and over, you can just copy and paste. So I'm going to have to do that for this one because boom. Scoop. Perfect. And there we go. Let me move this thing out the way. All right, let's keep pushing. So now that we got that, we'll color it here in a second. But all you want to do is, at this stage, is just make sure that everything is where it's supposed to be. That there's no like weird door lines crossing into the tires. There's no like bottom of the car lines that are crossing into the tires. Your windows look pretty solid. And actually, let me clean this up. Boom. Put that there. You can make it your own and delete spots as you see necessary. Oh, that's why it looks weird, because there needs to be a line that's similar to this line in the front for that driver's seat. There it is. So it's a diagonal coming off the front, okay? Boom, there we go. There we go. Now, you can also kind of delete some of this line that these two squares connect. Bam. Bam. B. Oh, I need to go back to my pencil tool. Boss, greetings from the Twitchverse. We streaming hard right now. Okay. Later, friends. See you later. So let's keep going. Let's keep going. So next, what we're gonna do is we're gonna come and color everything here in a second. But let's move on to a new layer. Boom. New layer, and then we're gonna do this extra quick, extra fun. Now, this is a chance to get a little loose. And first thing we're gonna start off with is we're gonna start off with our pumpkin buddy. So, the way we're gonna do him is we're gonna pick a nice orange. We're gonna pick my circle tool, and then you can't fill it in this way, but it's alright. We got our bucket tool. Just a good ways, like halfway up the page from the top of your truck here, you're gonna just draw a nice, good oval. Maybe even higher than that. Boom. Nice and wide. Think about a pumpkin. This one's gonna have a long head. Just like that, okay? Then, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to a nice light gray or white, whichever one you choose, and I'm gonna make another... Okay, I want a new layer. Good. I'm gonna make another nice circle, pretty much right underneath this pumpkin circle. Then last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my line tool. Oh, no. Still circle. Right at the front end of your truck here, you're just going to give it a nice smaller circle. This one can be like perfect if you like. That looks good. So we're going to keep going, but go backwards this time. So for this skull, all I want to do is I just want to make some... okay, here, hold up. Let me explain this better. So if I zoom in, you can use your scroll wheel to zoom in. I can just click right here with the line tool. It acts just like a pencil. Okay. Then I'm going to go right beneath that. I'm going to do one, skip a space, do another one, and then draw a line underneath that. You can add more. That extra one kind of gives it some character. That looks good. Now what I'm going to do is right from the back, the right side of this circle shape. Who is that? What up, though, hippo tail friend? I'm just gonna draw a nice line that goes right to the top of my vehicle. Okay. From there, I'm gonna draw diagonal lines, kind of going down and out, right from the center. They don't have to go far. Just have them reach. Please do, sir. Thank you for coming. Alright, so we got that. We got this. And then, okay. I got lost in greetings. So we got some diagonals coming off the center of that line, up and down. Then what we're going to do is we're going to draw another diagonal going right underneath that kind of chin area. This is going to be our chin. Think about it. Then another diagonal coming right towards the middle of this windshield. That's it. And then from there, we can just add a few more diagonals that act as fingers. Bam. And then I'm going to draw one more diagonal over here. And that's going to be my other arm. Now you can add more if you like. If you know anatomy, you can add collarbones. You can add all that stuff. I don't want to get it too complicated right now. Then next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fill in this circle at the top. I'm going to erase like 2 dots out of it. Maybe 3. This one. So 1, 2. There it is. Okay. So see what I did there? From my circle, I just clicked delete, or I clicked erase on 2 of these, just 2 dots. Boom. Then I had 1 more right here, right below it at a diagonal. That's my nose, nasal cavity. Then 2 below that, I'm going to delete the flatness from that. So this way, it looks like bones. Very simple bones. Oh, let me move this out of the way. So we're on Twitch. Okay. My Twitch stream is super dark. I saw it though. Okay, so as you guys are working on that, take another little Brizzeg and Symbiotech. Greetings. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, trivia. Durr. All right, so keep on working on that. Get your skeleton cracking. Copy. And then go back here. Come on now. Oh, I'm already there. Anybody have any questions? Oh, what's up, Audio Mouth? You been here the whole time? I think yes. Shout out to them. All right, next trivia. So I just posted the yes, let's go. Gas. Look at emojis right now. I just posted the image. Now here comes the question. What was the title of Jordan Peele's breakout horror film from 2017? Was it? Hold up. Let me post the answers here. There's only one answer here. Bro, come on. There we go. Is it? Nope. That's the actual title. Is it Candyman? Is it Get Out? Or is it Us? Yeah, don't cheat. He made plenty of movies. A lot of them are creepy. Oh, see my vape's here. A lot of them are creepy. 2017. Which one is this first? All right, 20 more seconds on this, and we'll get back to it. You can also hide your layers and kind of see how things work out over here. All right. See, everybody got the answer in? All right. And the answer is C. Okay, everybody got it. You guys are on it. Maybe I should make these harder. Hold up. Let me tally these numbers. All right, so Jungle, still in it. Got a 3rd point. Mumbot, good correction on that. Got a 3rd point. Tatiana, you got a point. You're on the board. Welcome in. Coming in hot. I like it. Defiant. He said, I already know this answer. He got a point. And he saw it in theater. It's a creepy one. I tell you what. Alright. Everybody got a point. Man, y'all are crushing it right now. Only one was not is our friends who left. Okay. There are, I think, 3 more questions. Let's keep pushing. So, good job. Good memory. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to move on to our ghost buddy. So we got our complex skeleton guy. He is leaning out the sunroof, cranking it. Now for our ghost buddy, we have this circle here. So I want to just erase the bottom of that circle, so it looks like it's popping out. And then I'm gonna kind of create. You know what? I'm gonna create a nice like little hump over here. It's not a small hump. It's a medium-sized one. This is gonna be its hand. And then I'm gonna create another one right over here. And I'm gonna fill those in. Easy peasy. And then, oh snap, you can't just go in and fill this in, because if you do, it's not closed off, right? So if you've ever, see, that's what happened. The only thing that I didn't fill in was the deleted parts and the inside of our pumpkin guy. So what you got to do is you got to hit this bottom line, bam, close off that shape, and then you got to come in here and then you fill it in, okay? So from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to a dark color like black, dark purple, something's fine. Leveling up in the chat. Let's go, Tatiana. So I'm going to do, okay, hold up. Let me start over. So right in the middle of my ghost guy, I got my pencil tool. I got my dark color somewhere like near the top half of its head. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. You can do 2. 2 looks cute too. Depends how serious you want him to look. So 1, 2, and then 1 down. And then you can kind of give him a roast face. Right? Or you can give him a face. Fill that in. One of those. You can give him a long rectangle mouth. Like he's yelling. I actually like that one for this one. Is it too big? No, it's fine. So then from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to let that be. Next, what I'm going to do is move up to my pumpkin. So I'm going to fill in with this orange. I'm going to fill it in. So go to my... Oh, whoa. First off, we got to draw a cloak to our pumpkin. So I'm going to go and find a nice bright-ish purple. I use this one over here beneath my light blue. That's a good one. I'm going to grab my line. Oh, more sound effects. Bet. I'm going to grab my line tool over here. Liney. And then I'm going to start like not at the center and not at the dead center, but right at the bottom-ish center. I'm going to drag one diagonal off to this side. And then I'm going to go over closer to the left side here. I'm going to start in the middle. I'm going to drag another one diagonal and up on this side. Okay? Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these diagonals and I'm going to connect them together down at the middle. Maybe you can give them a little space between the two. That works. Then what I'm going to do is create the collar for our spooky pumpkin. Headless horseman, however you want to do it. What I'm going to do is starting on the left side, take a diagonal, move it towards the head. I don't want it right next to it. I want it a little bit as a ways so it like has some volume to it, right? So it's like kind of covering his neck from whatever may be trying to munch at his pumpkin head. Lots of things like pumpkins out here. So then I'm going to go from the right side, go down, do the same thing, have it meet at about the same area. You can adjust them as necessary. Then we get to have a little bit of fun, more fun than we've been having. I'm going to go to my pencil tool, and then off the right side of this collar, I'm just going to create a nice hump, and then I'm going to kind of swoop it out, and then swoop it back in. All right, so when I zoom out, it looks like this. And if I take off my background, it looks like this. And then I put in another more chill background. Oh. Boom. It looks like this. So I'm going to work like this for a bit just so y'all can see. Next, what I'm going to do, back to, pencil tool still. And then I'm going to just go right. Oh, that's not the color I want. I want that purple. Ushing. Then I got my pencil tool. I'm going to go in a little bit from this left side collar. And then I'm going to go over and down some. Nice. Now I have this awesome cloak for my pumpkin. But we want to have a cool inside for it as well. So let's do that. So right at the center point Oh snap. I can take my line tool, or I can just draw a nice little separation here. Okay. So it's right there. Nice little area. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is, all I want to do, oh, no. Let's move on to the head. So with that same bright orange, I'm going to fill this in. Too much. And I'm on the wrong layer. See, look. I don't care. I do care. Friendly. Okay. Lock that layer. See, I knew it would happen. Back to my purple. Kanye. This isn't royalty free. Oh, it is. No, it's not. Alright, well, YouTube, don't hate me. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish off this collar. Boom, bop, bam. Then I'm going to get my inside area. Boom, wazam. Perfect. Kind of close off the other side right there. Next, I'm going to go in, as I've been waiting to do, fill in my orange pumpkin head. There we go. I can clear out the stuff that's going to be hidden by the cloak. And you know what? I actually might make it a little bit taller. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my select tool. I'm going to select just the top half of this. And then, hold up. And then I'm going to drag it up. Boom. And so you see that? When I drag it, it takes it up some. I don't need it to go too much higher, but I just need a little bit of space. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to a lighter orange. Back to my line tool. And I'm going to create some diagonals that kind of lean into curves, right? So starting at the middle, I want the middle two lines, I don't need them to go all the way down, but I want the other ones on the outside to go down to give it that form of a pumpkin, right? Harvest ready, harvest ripe. So this is a really bright orange. It's alright though. Then I'm gonna add a few down here at the bottom. Perfect. I'm gonna pick a different orange. This one looks spookier. It's probably the same as my background orange. Is it? No, it's not. Ugh, that's brown. I don't want that. No, I like it like this. It looks good on this color. So, next what I'm going to do is take my line tool. I'm going to add some eyes right here. Boom. He's had better days, okay? Now, in my original drawing, I had a bird sitting on top of his head. We can just give him a nice little, what are those things called? Not stumps. Let me get a color y'all can see. Not stumps, but... God, y'all, what's the word for that head thing? Oh, the root connector. Sprout? That's not it. Anyways, choose a nice light brown. Stem, thank you. So many words in this brain, and only one fits for certain things. Boom, hit them with a stem, just like that. Now, we're going to color in... oh, hold up. Are we really at the coloring point? We are. Look at that. Everything's got faces. Next, last thing we're going to do is we're going to take our black, and we're just going to outline our little ghost buddy here. So zoom on in. Okay, so one thing I want to keep the fact that he has this white outline. I want that to be true. I want him to feel like a ghost. But so what we're going to do is just make a nice diagonal coming in right there. Another nice diagonal right on the top here. Kazam. Bam. Zoom out. Looks great. Now what we're going to do is, you know what? We might as well just merge these layers right on down. So we have two separate layers. Fantastic. So if I click this one, click that little dot, it goes away. If I click it back, it comes back. All I want to do is click this top layer and then go down to this layer buttons menu. I don't know what it's called. Hit layer, merge layer down. It's the bottom right one. You won't see anything happen on your image, but what's going to happen is all of your outlines and stuff are going to be on one layer. This is good because when we color in this, I don't want to waste time like filling in these pixels and stuff. It's already connected. It's already a solid enclosed layer. So what do? We go to our color tool. And you know what? I can use... No. I want it to be a nice dark color. A nice punchy color. So I'm going to fill that in. Boom, fill that in. I'm going to choose a darker purple. I'm going to fill in this little area right here. And there's another little area right there too. You can kind of make that happen. You can even add like a little amulet if you like. Let's do that. Nice little green amulet. Spooky. Okay. I don't know where those came from, but what did I do here? Yep. Oh, this one has shading. So I'm going to take that darker purple here. V. And then I'm going to use my... So many good emojis popping up right now. It looks good on Twitch. Bet. What do they like that? I feel like my orange is not orange enough. Like the... Whatever. Y'all get it. So here, I'm going to take my line tool. And I'm going to use that darker purple just to create some shadows and create some form. So I'm just going to take my line tool, make some nice little triangles right at the top in these collars. And then just give it a nice little squiggle, squiggle, wiggle. Squiggle, wiggle this side. Squiggle, wiggle. Maybe add a second squiggle to thicken it up some. Wiggle that squig. Bam. And then I can bring it right next to my ghost hand, and that'll really help pop my ghost hand out. So in pixel art, it's really a matter of contrast, right? And you don't want to use all the colors in the coloring book. I do all the time, but it's really going to help you out if you have a limited color palette. So then what we can do is we can have this collars connect back to the pumpkin head, and then we can add some of that dark purple, like right in that, like make a nice little, oh snap, P for pencil. Then make a line, and then 1, 2 right there. We got a nice little triangle. 1, 2. Maybe it can reach there. There we go. Bam. There it is. So now it has some contrast. Now you can see that he's wearing a cloak. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to go choose a nice kind of medium-ish gray. We're going to add a few bits of shading onto our ghost dude. That might be too dark. I want it to be lighter. Boom. That's not it. So sometimes you just got to figure out which one is going to be best for you. Boom. There's that. Kazam. Add a little bit on the other underarm here. Bam. There we go. You can add some at the top here, but I like to keep it plain just to give it the ghost effect. We're going to leave our skeleton as is right now. I think it's kind of chill, just being as bright as it is. Next, we're going to move on to this truck. My truck originally was a nice dark green. You can make your truck any color you want. This time, let's go for a blue color. How about a turquoisey blue? That sounds good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my bucket tool, and then I'm just going to start filling in these areas that are not windows and that are not the bottom area of my truck. That I'm going to use a nice dark gray. So something very utilitarian. Boom, dark gray down here. And then dark gray on this back bar. Now for my windows, I want to use a lighter gray. That might be too light. Let's go over medium-ish light gray. Boom, that works. Then from there, let's do it like this. I'm going to go to my select tool. I'm going to go to my wand up here under the tools. I'm going to click those windows. Oh, snap. Can I add to it? No, I can't. Whatever. One at a time. I'm going to click on these windows. I'm going to go to my line tool. Now with my... Bruh. Whatever. You know what? Let's just take our pencil tool with this line tool. Make some nice diagonals here with this slightly lighter gray. These are going to be the glares on our window. So add a 1 in the middle, going diagonally across, and then give it some space, and then add 1 like on the top. And then do the same thing over here. 1 kind of at the top, 1 kind of in the middle, 1 over here. And then over here, give it a nice shine. 2, 3. Now while we got this light gray, we can add a nice little highlight on the back of our bar thing. That's too bright. You want it to look like it's the same material. So I'm just going to drag my pencil down, getting like half of this bar. And I only want the lightness on the right side. Okay. Oh, and I added another color in there. Didn't want to do that. There we go. Something like that. Might have to click out some pixels. Next, what we're going to do is, what did I do? Oh, snap. We need to make our truck darker. Before we do that, though, let's get these wheels in line. I'm going to use a nice dark purple for my wheels. So I'm just going to go into my wheels. Oh, snap. And fill it in. Swoosh, 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 and swoosh. We got that. Next, we're going to get the wheels in our hubcap. So I want a nice darkish gray for that. Could actually be even darker than that. Wheels aren't that color. Dark turquoise? I don't hate it. All right, let's just do that. And then I'm going to choose a nice pale yellow for my headlights here. Fill those bad boys in. I can use dark gray for this great color here. Boom, 2. And then I'm going to go to my line tool. And then zoom into my headlights. And I'm going to just draw a line on every other line here. So you could start at the top. You can start on the second one. Boom. And then if you want to get really fancy, and of course you want to get fancy, you take another brighter color and get right on the inside of that. Right in the middle. Wha-bam. There's that. I'm going to get rid of this tire over here. I don't need you, bro. Thank you. Next, what we're going to do is... oh, yeah, we got to get our outlines. So we got everything pretty much laid in here. All we got to do is change the outline. So what I'm going to do is go to my bucket tool. Well, bam, bucket. And then I'm going to click all similar colors. That's also known as non-contiguous when you're like in Photoshop or whatever. So for this, I want it to be, I want a nice dark navy blue. Probably something even darker than that. But we're just trying it out. Boom. That actually kind of slaps. And I should have been taking screenshots this whole time, but it's all right. Thank you, Defiant. It's feeling good. So next what we're going to do is we're just going to add a little bit of texture to our Jeep here. So I'm going to take a nice kind of puke green color. Try that out. And then I'm just going to add some like little splotches. It might be too bright, but it's okay. I'm just going to add them in anyways. But I know, and I only want this on the green part. I don't want to put it on the fender, the chrome. I'm not trying to think about how light affects it like that. Not right now. And then just kind of give it some random dots about. Splattered, dirty. Again, think about the dirt. Think about worms. Think about crud. It's a good name. It's a good word. Crud. All right, my friends, almost done here. Next, we're going to take a nice light gray. Maybe a lightish blue gray. With my line tool, I'm going to go right across the top of this fender. Boom. Give it a little depth. You can even add a little bit of that in the spokes if you like. Boom. 2. There we go. Now, as I'm looking at this, some of these things could be brighter, but it's all right. We're going to have some good stuff coming up. So we got our tires. We got our Background, we got our pumpkin buddies. We got its stem. I'm just gonna add a nice like light brown up in here. Okay. Then, and you know what? I'm gonna add a nice medium green in its amulet just to give it some depth. Okay. Now, we're gonna wrap this up with a little animation and our base. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna create a new layer between the background and below our main characters. New layer, ready, set, lit. What I'm gonna do is take my circle tool. I'm gonna go to a nice medium-ish light brown. There's plenty of browns on this vintage palette, but just choose a nice medium one. Then what I'm gonna do is I can't fill it in from here. I just want it to be along the bottom here of my truck. I'm gonna draw a circle, a nice wide oval. Oh snap! And I'm not gonna do that. Make sure all similar colors fill is turned off. Fill that in. Bam. Let me see what else did I do here. Then we're gonna need a darker brown. We're gonna do that same thing. Make a nice little. Oh snap! Yep. Make a nice circle there. Fill that in. Okay. See how that works? And then I'm just gonna kind of make this more legit. And by that, I mean adding some kind of like line bits off to the side. Maybe there needs to be like one here at the bottom just to give it some more kind of space. There we go. And with that lightness at the bottom, we have made this whole composition a little more lighter. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get rid of all this extra stuff that's hanging around on these other layers. Okay, next, we're looking pretty good. Let's round this out with a moon and a little bit of animation, and we'll rock it. So to animate, you may wonder, is it hard, Jam? It's not that hard. But before we get into animation, let's pop in another trivia question for y'all. Spice it up. You guys can keep adding. There's a million things you can do to this. You can add treads to the tires. You can add different faces. You can add bats in the background. You could add an exhaust pipe. Let your mind run free. Let me drop in some trivia. A lot of my friends here from other classes, they know how the trivia goes. All right. I got time for one more good trivia question. Okay, so this one's an art history question. Now, I know a lot of y'all done been to a lot of art shows, collected a lot of things, and that's beautiful. Now, this one painting has stood the test of time for a long time. I want to know who is the painter of the painting The Scream. It's actually not a painting. It's a composition, if you want to get technical. And I got the list of names here. Someone say band? No, go back. Someone already knows. Or do they? Dun, dun, dun. All right, so who created the 1893 artwork, The Scream? Now, it was a painter. And let me drop these answers in. Is it Pablo Picasso? Is it Keith Haring? Is it Edvard Munch? Is it... Who's the other names here? Alphonse Mucha. Or is it Barbara Cougar? You can look in the image up there. Picasso's top right. Barbara's in the middle on the top. Edvard's on the top right. No, Picasso's top left. Then we got Keith Haring with the glasses. And then that's Alphonse Mucha right there at the bottom left. All of these very well-known artists. Their paintings have inspired generations. You good. All right, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people here. And then, are y'all cheating or are you just saying this? If not, I'm actually proud of you because it's a good one. They got an easy name to remember. Don't give up. Just throw in an answer. You can do this. So 20 more seconds, and then we'll animate this and we'll get y'all out of here. D question mark? 1893 is the time. If you give up, you sing. Seems like fairness to me. Yo, okay. So, where's my vape at? 10 seconds. Everybody got their answer in? Jungle, Symbiotic. Okay. And the answer is C. Edward Munch. Munch. My cousin's nickname is Munch. That is the painter. He's done a lot of really cool, kind of impressionistic paintings from that time period. That's where they were really trying to get the essence of the image that they were painting. It was also a time of Alphonse Mucha when they were doing Art Nouveau and a lot of like decorated imagery and like advertisement and stuff like that. Everybody else is from the 1900s. So there's that, especially Keith Haring. Keith Haring was like the 80s, 90s popularity. Barbara Kruger, we know her from her designs, which Supreme used, that red stripe, that red bar with some text in it. Of course, Pablo Picasso, Cubist, painter, extraordinaire. So let me see. All right, who got some points there? Symbiotic on the board. Tatiana, what did you put? You got C. You got 1. Frenemy's not here. Jungle, you got 1. Onaje, did you get another one? You got 1 now. Mumbot, you didn't get that one. Defiant, nailed it. Duran's not here. Vincent Ghost is not here. Okay. Time to brush up, y'all. All right, now it's time to animate. Some of y'all may have animated before. Animating in pixel art is pretty much super easy. So all you're going to do is you're going to... Bro, yeah. Oh, and he put a wing on it? That's what I'm talking about. Custom. Okay. What we're going to do here, super simple. We're going to go to... Let's make a new layer. Bam. Then at the very bottom of the screen, you can click that, and that'll bring up our frames toggle. I don't need to do nothing yet. All I want to do is I want to go to my line tool. I want to go to my yellow or whatever bright color I got. You might need to, choose a yellow. Actually, here's one. No, that's green. Maybe mine will be orange. It'll be an orange today. I got my line tool. What I'm going to do is on this new layer, I'm going to start at my headlights, and I'm going to draw a line going up, and I'm going to draw a line going down. Now, you could create a whole nother... Let's just close this off. I'm going to do that. I'm going to fill this in. What's not right? Oh. You'll know if it's not closed off because everything will get painted. Then, so you close everything off. Then, bam, there we go. So we have a nice big old triangle. From here, over on the layer tab on the right side, if you go down from preview to layer right here, you can click blend mode. And then before I used overlay. Bam, there it is. Overlay looks pretty cool. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn down the opacity just a little bit. Okay. Next. Do I want a moon in here? Actually, no. That's way too low in opacity. I need it to look like there's actually stuff there. I might actually have to change it to yellow and make a new custom yellow because the one it's giving me is not on fleek. Okay. There it is. More yellow. Welcome in, Cyrus.
Yo.
Yo, yo.
Jam.
That's me, man. We got the gang here making some spooky stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I was so stoked to see that you guys were still on. That's awesome.
Yeah, and I have this available if you ever get time to watch it. It should be on my YouTube. Also, speaking of my YouTube, go ahead and hit it up. Speaking of just me in general, I got a Patreon, patreon.com/jamjamart. You can find all my NFTs on OpenSea as well as the Tezos Marketplace. Jamjamart.net is going to be your best friend for finding all things related to me. I'm most active on Twitter, and I'll just say that. Now, what we're going to do to animate this is we're going to go to click our frame thing down here. We're going to go to copy frame, okay? Copy that frame. And then let's see. That's the best way to do this. Now, I don't know if it'll go through. Oh, it will. Different frames give me different opacities. Perfect. That's exactly what I want. So on this new frame, I'm going to keep on that same lights layer and I'm going to raise the opacity up just a little bit. So if I go back to my first layer, it's on 95. If I go to this one's on 72. Then I can copy that one. Maybe I'll bring it up to 85, 80% on the opacity for that layer. And whenever you want to see it, you can just hit preview. Boom. And then it'll kind of give this flicker, right? It's low. It's chill. Last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to another new layer. And I want to make sure, it doesn't really matter which frame I'm on. I'm going to go on my second frame. I'm going to make a nice circle. Not a mean circle, a nice one. And it's going to be a nice light gray, or it can just be white. Let's put it white right up here in the top corner on a new layer. What's going on? There we go. I don't know what's up with that. Move that layer out the way. It should be a perfect circle. Actually, no, it doesn't have to be a perfect circle. You can make it your own circle. So I'll make this one a crescent moon. How about that? Using some ovals. And then I can erase the parts I don't want. Just like that. Then, from here, all you got to do is go to your pencil tool, pick the color from your clouds back here, and then we're just going to draw some clouds on top of our moon, like this. Actually, wait. Before we do that, I want to select this moon, copy that moon, and then I'm going to put it, so it needs to have a new layer on every other layer too. So I'm just going to put it right there. I don't know how I can get my onion skinning, but I'm not going to worry about that. Put one right there. Put another one. Not there. Make sure you put a new layer on wherever you're trying to post that moon at. Bam. There's that. It's literally doing too much movement, but this is... Try and get it in the same spot. I don't know that there's a thing... Oh, it does tell you. So if you look over here on the right side, it'll give you coordinates of where things are. That's going to tell you where stuff is. So that makes sense. You can just understand, like, it'll be in the same place when you want it to be. So I'm not going to go for all that right now. I'm just going to go back to my cloud color. Whichever frame you're on, just draw some clouds on top of your moon. You want some of them to be on the left side, and you want the more dispersed ones and like dots to be on the no other way around. The dispersed side has the dots and the more like fading away. The right side has like more chunky coming into the screen. Now that's one frame. I'm gonna go to my next one. Probably gonna have to move this moon up a little bit right there, and then I'm gonna draw some more right over here. And so right now I don't remember how to get the onion skinning on, which allows you to see the previous frame, but all you got to do is just imagine those clouds moving over some, kind of dissipating, and maybe have some new ones come into play a little bit. Cover up a little bit of that moon. Bam. There's 1, 2, and then let me move this moon over because I realize it's not in the same spot. Then again, I'm going to draw some more clouds right on top of it. Boom, just like that. 3 frames, we're looking pretty good. So all I got to do is hit preview. Spartan, welcome. Looking good.
I feel like I missed it.
No, you kind of did, but it's okay. It's okay. You joined in right at the perfect time. We're figuring out how to animate stuff. So that is what you're going to do. But you may say, Jam, that's way too fast. So the way you change the speed here is on your frames here at this bottom panel. Get this back up. It says 100 ms. That stands for milliseconds. So if you change these all to like 200, it's going to double the amount of time that it's spent on each frame, right? So then I hit preview. Nice. There it is. It's much more serene, much more spooky. So now that I got that, last thing we got to do is throw our signature in there. Now you can add way more animation stuff to this. You can make the truck bounce. You can make bats fly across. We could even make this this cape flap in the wind. Right now, I'm going to let y'all get out of here. So let's finish it off with our signature. So I'm going to go to our line tool and then just drop some initials. Oh, snap. Oh, the layer's locked. So go to my background layer where everything's chilling. I choose a nice dark color that's not black because I want the focus to be up on the other part of the image. Drop some initials or whatever your artist moniker is or whatever your little logo may be. Throw that bad boy in there. Jam. Bam. Perfect. So then from here, what I want to do is I have all this extra space. I don't need all that. So I'm going to resize my canvas. Snap. I don't know what size this is. Oh, yes, I do. So if I look over here, it's 70. What? No. Oh, I know. Selection tool. Bam. There we go. 119 by 116. So what I do is, and the way I did that was I took my selection tool and just selected the background square. And in the bottom left corner, it's going to tell me how big my selection is. So 119 by 116, that's what I want. Let's see if it does it with, 119, 116. Yes! Whew, close one. So then I just need the height to be slightly less. Let's do that. Bruh, whatever. So then, oh man, and then now my other stuff is kind of hidden. So you can do it like that, or you can just export it and then crop it as you need to. So that's what I'm gonna do. Way to export the final piece of the puzzle. We're gonna hit save drawing up at the top. Here it'll give us upload drawing. That's gonna upload it to the pixelart.com server so you can share it with your friends and other folks who are not always NFT friendly, but that's not the point. They love pixel art, so if you keep it pixel and art related, you'll have a great time. Pretty much everybody there thinks NFTs are scams. I don't know why, but that's a good tip for you. What you're gonna do is, if you want to upload it to the pixel art site, you just pop in a title, Spooky Boys with a Z. You can add your description, see it's available to see, hit save drawing. If you don't want to do all that and you just want it normally, you go to download.png.gif, and then from there it's going to give you the download drawing page, and you can select these pre-selected sizes: Twitter, web, Instagram, Facebook, aka Meta, and that'll give you the scaled up size that'll be best resolution for those social medias. Then, because it's a an animated image, you're gonna want it as a GIF, right? A GIF, doesn't matter. But you can just hit the blue button, boom, download GIF. It'll load stuff. This one's taking a minute, but that's how you do it. And then it'll download to your save folder or to wherever you have all of your favorite files, and it'll live there until you delete it, right? And then from there, you can upload it to Instagram. You can upload it to your portfolio. You can import it into a game. One thing to note is, there it is. It's done downloading, right? So now I can upload it to the chat. One thing to note is, when you are doing games, when you are doing things like that, it's good to have things in their native size. So 119 by 110 pixels, right? So there's that. This one needs to be cropped, but it's rough. So I just posted mine in the chat, right? So it's just that easy. Now, it does take some time. You can do much quicker things, but all these things combined give us a lovely illustration. From here, you can go to save drawing, and then this will, I'm going to do this anyways. Spooky boys. Carpool life. YOLO. Boom, hit save drawing. That's going to create, it does a whole bunch of stuff. You ain't got to worry about that, but that is the method. That's how you do it. That's how you get spooky. Right? So I'm available if y'all got questions. If you want one-on-one tutoring. If you want commissions of your favorite image. I'm your guy. Especially if you want it cool and pixelated. I also do all types of other illustrations and work and stuff. But this is where I'm specializing right now. I'm putting a lot of good energy into it and creating a pretty solid portfolio. So, hey, I appreciate y'all. Like I said, this will be available to view again and again and again and again and again until the end of infinity on my YouTube. Hold up, though. We got winners. Y'all want one more question? I think... Okay, we can fit one more trivia question in, because you know what? I got it. I came prepared. Bam. So there it is. It's getting my drawing. I go to image, and it'll load into the site. Okay, yeah. Oh, this is a good question. This won't be a tiebreaker, but it's definitely a good question. Bam. So here you can see my pixelart.com profile. I got a whole bunch of other arts and art class examples up here that you can see. You can even edit and like collaborate on my drawing if you like. So that's a pretty cool thing about it. I like to explain it as like the old Instagram, when it was like all about just like cool art and cool photos. Y'all remember that? That was a good time. Now it's all reels and thirst traps. So last trivia question of the night: which Australian animal was a main character in the WB cartoon series Looney Tunes? And I got some images of these animals for y'all. Hold up. Come on now. Load for me, baby. There we go. If you've never seen Looney Tunes, let me tell you.
Can I just say it? I know the answer.
Yeah. You can drop an answer. Don't just say it. Put it in the chat.
Okay, cool, man.
So I got some images of animals. It's an Australian one. So, Tasmanian devil, is it an elephant? Is it a kangaroo? Is it a koala? Is it a canary? or isn't it an outback skunk? What's up, Mr. Neil? Coming in hot with answers. I love it. Which of these was in Looney Tunes? But not just in it, but as a main character. Were they all in it? What was the name of the koala? If there was one. Alright. So you guys get that. So, anybody got any questions on exporting or anything like that right now? Everybody able to get their images off the internet and onto their device? Again, my DMs are open. I think you gotta follow me on Twitter to DM me. But again, you can always subscribe to my Patreon and get one-on-one tutoring, or just subscribe because you want to support, right? It's very affordable. I think it starts at $3 a month. Okay, a few more seconds here. It's really good to know that you can like change layer opacity here in pixel art. That's great, because sometimes you don't want things to go like from one extreme to another. You want it to like gradate. So I think that's really cool. Defiant says I win. Psh, you don't even know that yet. All right, 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The answer, my friends, is Taz. That's the sound Taz makes if you've never seen the show. Tasmanian Devil. That's it right there. It's an Australian animal. Whoever answered C, kangaroo. Almost. Wait, no, you put A. Okay. Thanks. I learned in college that sound effects make really good friends for when you're drawing. Okay, so last thing, y'all, I taught you how to make some art. Now all you have to do is submit your art piece inspired by today's class in the chat. There's got to be a good spot for it where it can live, where I'm going to get overflooded by other great art. Let's just have it in the show your work channel, but tag me, tag my name, tag Jam. Put at Jam when you post your art for this contest. Now, Defiant has been ever so gracious and donated us a wonderful NFT. He could win too, so don't let him win the NFT that he got, y'all. Put some art up and and help diversify your investment. So let me count up these trivia questions, and then what I'll do is whomever got a good chunk of these, some of y'all got over 3, so that's really great. Whoever's still here though is who counts. So who didn't guess A? Let me see. Okay, wait, hold up. Symbiotech, you got 1. Jungle, you got 1. Defiant, you got another one. Tied with Jungle. Tatiana, you got 1. Mr. Neil got 1. Mumbai and Tatiana. Mumbai? Wait, did I put hers in? Yeah, because you didn't get 1 that time. June, did you answer? Okay. That's that. Jungle was Googling Prolly. Y'all have no trivia manners. Hey, yo, that's it right now. I'm gonna eat a burrito. Y'all make some art. Oh, whoa. Last thing. So, who won? So, we got Defiant, Jungle, with 5 trivia answers right. Mumbot coming in hot second with 4. And then we got Tatiana with 3. Yo, savage. You guys know your stuff. Thank you. I will very much enjoy my burrito. Yo, what I'm going to do is I'll get your ETH address for you. If you don't do NFTs, I'll send you a commemorative digital file. I believe most of y'all do, but I like to be available for everyone who walks different parts of life. There's a burrito emoji. Didn't know that. Hey, this has been super duper sick. I really appreciate y'all. I really appreciate everybody sharing their art every day. Thanks for all the likes. Thanks for the retweets. Again, post your art in the show your work chat. Tag your boy Jam Jam. I will be the judge and jury. I won't have to execute nobody, but I do want to see your art. I want to see what you made. What's up, Popple? Shout out to everybody who came in. Shout out to everybody who's going to watch in the future. Thank you, Defiant. Thank you, Mumbai. Thank you, Dren. Thank you, Jungle. Mr. Cyrus. Thank you, Popple, Symbiotech. Thank you, Tatiana. Thank you, everybody else who stopped in. Hey, I appreciate y'all. If y'all ain't got no questions, I'm going to get out of here. Y'all keep being creative, and I'll see you.
Thank you, Jam Jam.
Hey, thank you.
Awesome class. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Coming to the last minute, but awesome.
Came in and you won some stuff. So yeah, y'all send me DM me your ETH address, or I'll just get it. I might do it through Twitter. I might not, but I'll probably just friend you now and then request it. So thank you. I'm glad y'all have fun. I'm gonna go.
Thank you, Jam Jam.
You're welcome.
Awesome, dude. Such a good
Don't
host.
forget to end your Twitch.
Oh snap! Good idea. Good call. And boom, in strip in Twitch. Oh, bye. Thank you, Coiling Oracle. I appreciate you. Hey, everybody be good. I'm out of here.
All right, man. Thank you, bro.
Peace.
Have a good burrito.